What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Walking This Way's Impact Voice. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr., broadcasting you live once again from my hometown of the city of Mobile, Alabama. Hope everybody had a great day. Hope everybody got some things done, mastered some things, maneuvered some things, just got some things really done where, you know what, to say what it is, what it is. This is a very special edition of Walking This Way's Impact Voice, and I'm about to get ready to pull my guest in. He's very got a chance to meet this brother today, social media wise. Got a chance to meet him, and very interesting story with this young man. This guy has a story. He has an awesome story. Where he's at in his life, that shows me that there is no excuses. There are no limits. No, people make excuses about why they can't do this and why they can't do that. But this young man, the king himself, has a story. And I want him to introduce himself to the listening audience here tonight. My brother, the king himself, welcome to Walking the Ways Impact Voice, my brother.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. How are you?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I know there was a spur of the moment thing, like I said in the group. Big shout out to Brianna for introducing us to, this evening. And
Big
like I
shout out.
say, a big shout out to her. And I was like, wow, we could do it today. I ain't have anything planned. I'm transitioning, moving from, I'm in Mobile, but I'll be moving to Dallas, Texas next month. So my schedule
Okay,
is
okay.
clear. And it's like, hey, let's go ahead and do it. So introduce yourself to those that's listening. You have an awesome story and give us the background on who Pierre is.
All right. Well, my name is Pierre McShan, aka Mr. Handy Capable. Um, I was born with a genetic muscle disease called muscular dystrophy, which basically is a muscle deteriorating disease. So because of that, I've never been able to like walk and function quote unquote normally. Um, so as a child, it wasn't really an issue, but as I became older, um, I needed purpose, so I asked God to direct me, and He did, and I've been inspiring and been inspired since then.
Man, and that's what's up. And I know within the group discussion, you have like saying this is truly a privilege to be able to interview a man of your stature, a man who started, like you said, you started your own business at 16, correct?
16, yes sir, yes sir.
Okay. And I mean, and just in your condition, and this is my first time ever hearing about a condition like this. So explain to the listening audience, what is that condition that you have?
Well, it's called muscular dystrophy, and what it is, it's a hereditary disease, but it's so rare. Like the matches from both parents, with the odds of both parents both having this genetic trait is so small that is to get it. I say you have to be a lucky one to get it. You know what I'm saying? But what
Man,
it is it just in a nutshell, it's just a muscle deteriorating disease. Like over time, you lose your muscle mass and your muscle strength, and that's the course of it.
okay. And like I said, man, you in good spirits, of course, and you keep moving forward. You got a lot of stuff going on too. Cause we're not finna just talk about focus more on your where you're at with your condition. But
Okay,
here on Impact, man, we all about extraordinary people doing extraordinary things. And I know
I
you're a
dig that.
businessman, you're a life entrepreneur, you're a motivational speaker. So I'm going to shoot some questions. And my
Okay.
first question is, no, life of entrepreneur is very busy. It's around the clock. So how do you balance your work life as an entrepreneur and your home life?
Um, well, I've made my personal life my work life, so you know, for me, it's like an unhealthy balance. If I'm focused on one, I'll lack the other in some areas in my personal life. Like say, let's say I'm all about business. Well, I'll not not neglect, but I'll be so busy that I forget about friendships and family members. So it's hard to balance, man. But just preferably, we make it happen.
And that's what's up. And like I said, just being you showing that there is no excuses, there's no limitation to the physical aspect of your body and stuff like that.
Right.
So round the clock, being an entrepreneur, to have that entrepreneur book, all I won't say that, I won't say the bug, but the entrepreneur itch, has it always been in you? Cause I know I read in your bio a little bit. You say you started your first business at 16. So you
Yeah.
always had a desire to be an entrepreneur, be a businessman?
Well, I honestly know. My uncle, who I look up to, he has a. Ever since I've been a kid, he's had his own business, and I thought that was cool, but it wasn't my path. But what happened was when I was 16, I started trying to find a job, and, and obviously nobody would hire me. So I was like, well, I gotta get it myself.
Okay. And also when it comes to the workforce, so was it hard? It was really hard to find place of employment with your
Right,
condition.
right. I've never had a job.
But hey, you can make your own money. That's what's up right there.
Right.
Be your own
It was,
boss. CEO, ain't nothing wrong with that, because the Bible does says in Deuteronomy 8:18 that God give us the power to get wealth that he may establish coming with our forefathers.
exactly.
And then of course you're gonna make room for you, bring for great men. So the business world. When you started the business at 16, what kind of business was it? Was it for the listening artists can know?
I used to make business cards and church programs.
Okay.
You know, it's sad to say that I made a whole bunch of money off of funeral programs, man.
Hmm.
It sounds bad, but it kept me paid.
And then that was up and being in high spirits of high regards. My next question is, in the next 5 years, where do you see your business and yourself within the next 5 years?
The next 5 years,
Yes, sir.
um, I want to be officially a nonprofit. Like right now, I'm in the process of becoming a nonprofit,
Hmm.
and I just want to keep inspiring, man. I don't really have an end goal. I just want to live in the moment.
Okay. And that's what's up right there. And I know you have an interesting on connect. I know Brianna Austin connected us on today. So how is that being, someone that's very supportive, believing in you, pushing you towards your goal? How did that friendship come about?
Um, Believe it or not, Brianna had a mutual friend on Facebook, and he shared her live, and she was at the Waffle House eating uh, uh, a patty milk, and it looked appeasing to me. So I clicked the live, and I just joined the conversation.
And then, hey, then it connected right there. Then she connected
Right.
with other people and stuff like that. So it's always divine connection, always divine appointment. My next question is, who influenced you in life? Most
Um,
and why?
my grandmother, my grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah, she was my inspiration. She told me something that stuck with me when I was a kid. She said, Pierre, you might not be able to walk, but your mindset and your talent will open doors that you won't even believe. And she didn't answer me.
And that's true because the Bible do speak about the mind. You know, Paul told us to be not conformed to his word, but be transformed by the
I
renewing
forgot
of our
about the mind
mind.
of mine. Yes, sir.
And because once the enemy gets the mind, it's over with. But
Right.
if you don't have the mind, you could do exports because with God, all things are possible. And my next question is, what advice do you have for the younger you? I know you're still a young man, but for the younger you, when you first started out as being an entrepreneur, what advice do you have for the younger you?
Um, don't undersell yourself.
Okay.
Don't undersell yourself, man. When we first started business, we'd be so eager to get that customer
Hmm.
that you sell yourself short. And once you start doing that, it's hard to break that pattern. Because now all your customers are going to tell their friends that you charging way below what you should be charging. And, you know, you are as valuable as you think you are.
Mhm.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, because I've noticed I'm seeing more. I'm starting to see more people come up, especially with the whole pandemic that happened and COVID-19. I noticed a lot of
Right.
people starting businesses. We had people who was laid off due to COVID-19.
Right.
Um, People lost jobs. People start utilizing their gifts and talent. See, God gave everybody a gift.
Right.
You know, Solomon said your gift shall make room for you. So everybody has a gift on the inside, and you utilize your gift. You didn't allow your physical circumstances to keep you from pursuing what you know that God gave you to do. Because my brother, you are an example to everyone, whether you can find to a wheelchair or not. Because there's some cats in the game right now who make excuses why they can't do this and why they can't do that. And the Bible calls them sluggers because they're the ones who
Right.
make these excuses, don't want to do this, do that. But you is making things happen. Um, and you are inspirations to us all. So you got some other stuff in the works too. Take this from a very special young lady.
Okay.
She say Jill of all trades, but you a jack of all trades. I just had to steal
Yeah.
that from her, and I know she's listening because she's watching. But what I'm saying is, you do a lot. You
Yeah, man.
motivational speaker, you're an entrepreneur, you're a businessman. So, what are all other things that we do not know about you? Because you got an ugly book on everything. So, what is the other things that we didn't learn about Pierre?
Uh, believe it or not, man, in a few weeks, I'm going to release my second book. It's called A Windows Mentality. And, man, it's a great book, man.
Okay. And what's the window mentality is about for those who are wondering what's that about?
I mean, it all starts in your mind, man. If your mindset is right, I don't care what comes your way. Um, you can conquer whatever you're trying to do. But if your mindset is not right from the start, you killed your dream from the start. You know what I'm saying? You're just wasting time after that.
Yeah. And so it's just like sky's the limit for real. Like we limit
Right,
so no, we just put the limits on ourselves. We don't have to put the limits on, but we put the
right.
limits on ourselves and we don't have to. So that's what's up right there. So we talked about we know we got COVID-19 going on. We know that the numbers are rising as they say. And they maybe talking about doing another shutdown.
Right,
They really don't want to do another shutdown. They just really want people. I think they talking about mandatory and masks, whatever.
right.
So we know people have lost their lives to COVID-19. COVID-19 is real, of course. And how have you and your family been affected by COVID-19?
Man, I ain't going nowhere. I'm thinking about Thanksgiving now, and I'm trying to figure out is that apple pie worth going to the hospital. So, but when I do go out, I try to be as careful as I can. Um, my therapist, I, I'm not ashamed to admit, but I go to counseling. So my therapist, she want me to maintain human contact. So it's kind of tricky, but we manage it.
Yeah, because I know COVID-19, and I don't think a lot of people really talked about it. The COVID-19 really affected a lot of people mentally.
Right,
Um, People cause people commit suicide, and they never really talked about that. They was
right.
talking about people's health, but you have people committing suicide because they were not used to
Being
social
alone.
distancing, yeah, and being at home alone because a lot of people don't have family members. A
Right,
lot of people don't have friends. They don't have where they can go and get things they need. You got some people that's sick, they don't have the help to go get groceries. A lot of them had to go to the
right,
grocery store just to get some stuff. But it had really affected a lot of people, and it's still affecting a lot of people. So we just
Yeah,
know that we're
it
trusting
is.
God, and we know that God is still in control, of course. So
Yes,
I
sir.
encourage everybody, and me personally, I take vitamins every day. Build our immune system up. That's something not gonna tell you that, but we have to take the proper thing we need for our body. The Bible wants us to prosper in our health, so we
Right.
gotta take the nursing we need for our body to protect us, keep our immune system strong, and encourage people. If you is sick, stay at home.
Stay at home.
Um, Make sure you keep yourself clean. Just use common sense when it comes to our other people. Gotta think about other people when it
Right.
comes to this thing we're going through right now. So my next question is, what has been your biggest life lesson?
My biggest life lesson, not to be so hard on myself. When I have my mind to something, I'm gonna do it, and I don't care if I have to beat myself up to do it. You know, but my biggest life lesson is just stay calm. It's gonna happen. Don't be so hard on yourself, man.
Yeah, and that's what's up. And somebody need to hear that. Don't be hard on yourself, and it's gonna come. And being consistent. So I know you got another holidays coming up and Thanksgiving coming up. So I know you're gonna chai down, right?
I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna I'm gonna do my share.
Okay, then. And I know you got a book coming out too. Hey, you got a book coming out around Christmas time, correct?
Yeah, I'm hoping we can drop it on Christmas.
Okay, man, that's what's up right there. And those who are tuning in, let them know what the book's all about. How can they purchase the book also when it get ready to be released?
Um, well, the book is called A Winner's Mentality. It's about changing your thought process from one of negative thoughts to positive thoughts.
Hmm.
And once it comes out, it'll be on Amazon and my personal website.
Man, also, so your website is up, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give to everybody, the audience that's listening, access to your website. How can they get in contact with you? Where concerned to booking, person, your book and stuff like that.
Well, my website, it has all the links on it. It's www.mrhandycapable.com.
And awesome. And like I said, man, I appreciate you taking time out to be the schedule.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Man, this was up, man. Cause like I said, I'm down for the cause. It's like, hey, it's like Nike, man. Just do it.
Just do it. Just
Just
do
do
it.
it, man. Also, big up to also very big up to a special lady, Internet Warps, and I love for you to connect with her. She has a podcast coming up January 2021. I love for
Okay.
you to connect with her. She's an awesome woman as well. She's looking
I
forward
love you.
to be able to interview you on her podcast because you got an interesting story, man. Because people need to hear this and where you at, man. That's truly is awesome, man, and it just made me lost for words because you showing me, man. Hey, if I'm confined to this wheelchair, my behind got all my limbs can make things happen, man. And I
Right.
appreciate you
You can do it. You can do it, man.
as that. So before we ready to get off the podcast this evening, do you have any final remarks for the listening audience who are listening, not just listening right now, but will be listening in the near future? Because after this interview is done, it will be uploaded on Facebook. It will be uploaded on my YouTube page, and I'm
Okay.
gonna upload it on Spotify too, so they can hear the auto version of
Okay.
this awesome interview. So, do you have any final remarks for the listener audience before we get off that this evening?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you with my favorite quote. My cousin tells me all the time. Rule number one: don't sweat the small stuff. Rule number two: it's all small stuff.
Man, that was right there, straight and simple to the point, man. And I appreciate you as well. And Antoinette said, she said, God bless you. She said she'll be honored to have you on her podcast, The Wake Up. It'll be released in 2021. Like I
I
said,
can't wait.
well,
I do it.
also she looking forward to it. Like I said, man, like I say, just keep doing what you're doing, my brother, man. You are awesome. I just want to let you know that, man. You are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. And God bless you. And like I said, man, I want everybody to have a great night, have a great Sunday, and I want everybody, man, to, like Will Smith said on the interview with Travis Smaller, always represent possibilities. Pierre represents possibilities. This young man is confined to a wheelchair. He represents possibilities. The Bible said with God, all things are possible. So no matter what you came from or what you've been through, God can take you to export. God can take you to big places. God can enlarge your territory.
Yes,
It's
sir.
all about believing. And that's about God uses everybody. Whether you young, old, it's no excuse when it comes to God. Because
Exactly.
he is God. He is I am that I am. You know, Moses stuttered. He's son Aaron. Jeremiah was a child. God said, I knew you before I formed you for your mother's womb.
Yes, sir.
Abraham said he was old to have a child, but God didn't look at that. God still gave him Isaac. So let's not make excuses, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get ready to go into a new year. We're about to get ready to go into a new day. We're about to get ready to go into a new territory. And I'm seeing what God is doing, man. And you truly a blessing to the body of Christ, my brother. You really are.
I
And like I
appreciate you,
said,
man.
I'm looking forward to hearing more of you. I'm looking forward to you being on Antoinette's podcast to wake up when it release. She's looking forward to interviewing you as well, man, because
I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, because you are a blessing, man, to the body of Christ, man. People need to hear your story, man, and that's all I have to say on that. But we
I,
want to hear
I
everybody.
appreciate you, man.
Oh, you're welcome. We want to everybody have a blessed night, have a great Sunday, keep your head up, and always remember, walk in His ways. When I say walk in His ways, it's not Furman ways, it's God's ways. Walk in His way. The Bible instructs us to walk in God's ways. When we walk in God's way, we're gonna be blessed.
Yes, sir.
If people don't realize that, people say walk in His way, and I study that a lot, Pierre, because when we walk in God's ways, He blesses us. You know what I'm saying? He
Yes, sir.
blesses us. And I'm encouraging people, man, walk in God's ways. I'm not telling you that just because it sounds good. I apply this to my own life on a
Right.
regular basis. And I know I've said we're gonna go, we better get ready to go, man. I just
Hey, you
you're
doing?
loving you.
Hey, I'm enjoying you, brother.
But like I said, man, big shout out to you. You're a businessman, so I ain't for let you ruin your evening because you got to get back to business. You got a game plan, relax, meditate, all the other stuff, man. But
All that, all
I
that,
know
man.
all that. But man, God bless you, man. Stay in touch. I will stay in touch with you, and never be a stranger.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, we family now, man.
Oh,
We family.
oh yeah, we definitely family. And like I said, man, I'm gonna get you back on after release of your after I said the podcast, after release of your book. I want to bring you back on and talk about your book. What can people expect out your book? Because like I said, I'm about to I'm transitioning to Dallas, Texas. So
Okay.
once everything be set up there, man, I'm looking forward to having you on again soon. Talk about that.
All right, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So we want everybody to have a great night, and we'll see y'all next time here on Walking This Ways Impact Voice. Peace, everybody.
Peace. All right.